Is this the worst tier 4 rework ever made? Developers are making fun of us as customers and players. Here are my thoughts. Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and here we are today with a character like Apocalypse. The middle month, number 2 of September. It's October by now, but yeah, the Apocalypse that did actually brought Apocalypse to our game, and by that I mean I know already a lot of people dropping the game because of him, and yeah, is he that bad? Is he useless totally? Is he a piece of bad communication between developers and players? Did we ask for this? Yeah, I made a video a couple of days ago before the patch and the patch details, and I was saying that, guys, developers, you're going to drop Apocalypse, but yeah, probably he's gonna be like this. And we knew that because they're not going crazy with their tier 4s, and they're not dropping tier 4s to have extra value or something unique. You know, if the Apocalypse had like a tier 4 skill like Dr. Octopus, if Apocalypse had generally an improvement on his playstyle, yeah, everyone would talk differently. But the point is, they actually did copy paste the old uniform and remove some abilities from the old uniform, and they add some bullshit and they serve this to us hot shit. And that, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna tell you later on all the details why I feel like he's really bad for multiple reasons, for PvE and PvP. So yeah, stay tuned. Before we go through that, guys, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and yeah, buff Apocalypse hashtag. I mean, we did that with buff Doom and it was ridiculous. They gave us a buff on Doom like this. It was like this, the buff, and still, yeah, it's really weird, guys. Okay, let's start from somewhere, and you can see his skills has ignore targeting. You can see 5th, 4th, and 2nd. The 2nd skill has super guard break immunity. His 5th skill has super guard break immunity. You can figure out from this that he is good for PvP. You know, characters with abilities with super guard break immunity are really only a few. There is like Sentry, Jean, Gore. There are only a few, so from that and only you can see that the unit is really good for PvP, I guess. Other than that, the rotation they give him into this showcase here, the practice mode, it's garbage. I mean, if you use this rotation, the damage output you're doing is worse than doing the Gwenpool rotation. Thanks to my chat during the live stream, I figured this out. So yeah, they suggest you to do this while this is not the optimal to go for. And the problem also is that his 6th skill has a proc that you can't actually transfer to any of your skills, because the 6th skill has a really big animation, and you know, if you have any CTP actually except a proc, which with a proc it's gonna be really hard to proc actually. You need to go, you know, you need to go really fast and manage to have your proc on your 6th skill, because if you start like this, you need to go 5, delay cancel, 4, 3, 2, 6 in the normal rotation, you know, and until now, look at the animation. The animation is like 3 to 4 seconds, so you need to go really fast if you want to manage to have the meteor land on the proc, or else your judgment, you know, is not, the proc on your judgment is not gonna be enough to cover all of his hits for PvE. So yeah, that's one of the issue. You have to proc on your second skill. You know, you go like 5 cancel, delay, cancel, and you proc on your second skill every single time. And if you have your tier 3, you're procking on your tier 3. So let's start from somewhere. Let's see how good he is for the game modes that he's supposed to be good. You know, 5 years ago when he had this uniform, you can see his uniform. This uniform had exactly the same tier 3. The uniform, it's actually really similar, as you can see. It's like he start eating more, you know, and he's kind of fat more, or else his face, it's exactly the same. But yes, there are a lot of things being exactly the same, like his tier 3. He had this annoying tier 3. And the point is that with this tier 3, you have to go and, you know, if you want to have burn, you have to go and delay the moment you're using, you know, when the beast jumps into the middle, you need to start your tier 3 immediately, or else you're losing the, you know, you're losing the canceling on the proc, on the beast. So the old uniform had more ignore targeting, as you can see. There is 2, 3, 4, and the new has less. They didn't change his leadership for some reason. This is the old leadership, 18, 18, and they keep him this leadership. You know, they thought that this is a good idea for some reason. This is like the worst leadership in the game for native tier 2. And you can, if you think yourself, you can see that Wasp has better, and multiple characters has better. And if you compare this to Thanos, you know, Thanos has 50%, 50%, and the removal debuffs also. Of course, you need to consider that he has passive removal debuff, but for some reason only for mutants. We took, you know, with Fantastic Four, we took Sue giving to all allies removal debuff. We have Angel giving to all allies. And yes, they didn't want him to be at least useful for Otherworld Battle, because this shit is only for mutant guys. So yeah, for the people saying that, okay, he's gonna be meta for Otherworld Battle, yeah, no. You have to replace, like, if there is no bans, you have to replace someone like Wolverine or something like this, which is really hard to replace. Yeah, okay. Let me show you the build I have right now. The build I have right now, it's no artifacts, so no PvP review right now. It's only PvE. I have a mighty judgment on him. His stats looks like that. And yeah, let's go and try to make him work. Fast forward, I mean, yeah. So the rotation, I figure out that I could produce more damage with him. It's this. It's exactly the same keys that I'm pressing using Gwenpool. You're doing 5 delay cancel into 4, 3, 1, 2. And if you have your tier 3, you're going into your tier 3 instead of proccing on your second skill. You need to let your tier 3 until you see your Apocalypse move his hand down. And yeah, you can see here, he's dropping the meteor, and then you can go and cancel all of your skills. Most of the times, until your 5th skill is out of your cooldown, you know, the 5th skill has 7 seconds of cooldown. So it's most of the times, you know, until you have press 1, cancel 2 after your tier 3, your 5th skill is going to be ready. Even if your second skill hasn't, look at this. I need to start my tier 3 here, and now the tier 3 is landing. If you let the beast start casting the roar, you're losing the canceling, because there is a lot of time that you need to wait for this meteor. This used to be an issue in the past and is the same issue right now. So having a character 5 years old and giving him a rework and making him exactly the same, it's ridiculous, guys. I mean, do something. Spice him up, you know, give him a different way to play, a different tier 3, an extra ability, a new tier 4. But no, they kept even the worst lead in the game on him. There is no absolute reason for anyone to build him for ABX. As you can see, this damage is ridiculous. This damage is out of my mind. I mean, yes, perhaps my gameplay, yes, perhaps I am mid player, but yes, Apocalypse is so mid, guys. He is producing the same amount of damage I was able to produce 2.5 years ago with Spot for Speed Villain Day as a totality for ABX. With Spot on Villain Speed Day. And we're talking about here combat. And with combat like Hulk and Dr. Octopus being in the game, costing, you know, native tier 1, super easy to get, free bios. And you have to consider that Apocalypse cost more than 100 million to get him. There is quests that you need to do. There is a 100 and 500, I mean 1500 uniform. Yeah, there's so many things that you need to do to have this character, and he's doing that, guys. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. 10.5 for ABX. It's pretty disgusting for any character, even at level 70. I mean, with my Gwenpool, I was hitting 13 million, I think. But yes, you know, ABX was something that we knew that he can't actually replace the other characters, because for ABX and TBL we want combat, villain, but we prefer being human also. For the ABL tags, yes, I was expecting him to be good only for ABX. I had predict somehow, you know, I was thinking that he's gonna be really strong for ABX. He could cap 18 million really easy. And I was like, yes, we're gonna get a 5% increase, but yeah, no. Developers surprised us. He's really bad. He's really bad even for that. Of course, if I tier for him, I guess he can get 3 million, 4 million. Level 80 doesn't really add a lot for ABX. Actually, it doesn't add at all. So no point to go for that side. And Mighty Raids could increase some damage, but yeah, guys, Mighty Judgment is like the second best for ABX, 100%. So let's go to something else. Let's figure out what devs are thinking and if he is good on any other game mode. Yes, I know, who cares about GBR? I mean, we have so many characters. I guess everyone who has already a brain and playing the game for more than a period of time, he doesn't need Apocalypse to go and play GBR, but still you need to know, you know, how much his new uniform is performing here. For a level 70 without having a rage, in my mind it was kind of okay. Of course, I'm using Sin and Mysterio, which are really good and strong support, and lead for Sin. Actually, I'm using lead of Sin. Yes, I mean, at least he can do it really easy at level 70. You can see here how a tier 3 skill performing 5 bars for a level 70. I feel it was cool. When the game start introducing tier 4 characters and Dormammu. Dormammu, it's 2.5 years old, and yes, there's multiple characters performing like that. You don't need a native tier 2, so expensive to have that. Perhaps he is kind of really good as a combat, perhaps, but yes, who cares, guys. Took me like almost 3 minutes to clear this. It's not impressive, it's kind of mid, but yes, it is what it is. I need to deliver it. And of course, if you wanna say PvE, you know, I went into ABX, I went into GBR, we need to go into Null. Also, Null has, you know, stage 54, it's the highest stage I can actually use him. There is no other stages that I can take advantage of his tags and play with him. At least I think so. But you can see here that he has double support of Storm and Dazzler, and of course you need to consider that my Dazzler has Mighty Insight too, and I'm having Mighty Judgment, which is pretty busted for World Boss Legend. But yes, he's deleting the boss. Level 70, stage 54. It's kind of impressive. But as I told you, for 2 years ago, this could be, you know, oh my god, the new meta for World Boss Legend. But yes, guys, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah. I remember myself struggling here with a Mighty Judgment with Iceman when Iceman came 2.5 years ago. But yes, I can't compare this because right now I'm having double support, really busted. I'm having better cards. Yeah, I can't remember the output of level 70s, but still, I feel like this is kind of cool. You know, he is doing it fast. Is this a reason for anyone to build the character? No, guys. No, for God's sake, no. I'm not sure what developers are smoking, but this can't be the case, you know. They can't drop characters and being good for only one thing. And still, Apocalypse doesn't feel like he's really good for anything. But I'm just saying that for World Boss Legend, at the moment, you know, as a level 70 for my account and for other players, I've seen him doing a lot as a level 70. You can see here, you can stay here, you can tank this damage. The tier 3 gives you the opportunity, and the extra heals you're getting here and there provides you some durability on taking damage. Less than 2 minutes to clear this. Is this impressive? No. Is this unique? No. Is he unique somehow? No. So yeah, let's see the rest. I could not find any other shit to show you. I mean, I could go Shadowland, I could go Rifts, I could go whatever, you know, the game modes that they are not really important, and try him. But yes, World Boss Legend ABX is supposed to be the best game mode for PvE. So yeah, he can beat also Mephisto 59 stage. Is this impressive to anyone these days? I don't feel like. 30 seconds to go into the next phase here. 30 seconds was for Null, also first phase. You can see he has no problem to clear Mephisto. He has no problem to clear Null. And I could tell you for the rest of the World Boss Legend, because, you know, for as the character it is, you can see 2.3 for this. And the last piece of content I have for you, it's something that I didn't manage to clear, but I just want to tell you that for stages, you know, for Ultron, Gore, Jin, Kang, and the rest, you know, level 70 gets a penalty, but still you can see that one of his rotations do like something less than 1 bar, and your tier 3 rotation do like 1.5 to 2 bars. You could clear this. But of course, yes, Ultron is super annoying. I didn't have time to mess with him. I saw people clearing this with kind of my build also. But yes, Ultron is super annoying. He's jumping out of your tier 3. His tier 3 skill, it's so mid. It's so bad. You need to wait this meteor to land. And even if the meteor lands, you know, the boss can move out. The meteor does not have tracking somehow, you know, to go into the boss. So yeah, I mean, it's disgusting, guys. It's really hard to have any will to show you the character. For sure, skip. For sure, do not buy this shit. And for sure, I can't find any reason for anyone to build the character tier 4 to buy the uniform. There are some people having him with the artifact and having him with a full build for PvP. You can't actually, for PvP, you can't go here and find anyone using him. You can understand that the super whales are not using him in the timeline battle. Yeah, it's the daily reset now, but still, you can see if you go and look for Vibranium, if you look for anywhere, you know, there are people having him tier 4, but no one is using him for timeline battle. No one is using him anywhere, guys. There are some crazy using him otherworld battle, yeah, but who cares? He's straight up bad. He is, instead of, you know, having a uniform and getting a new uniform, you have to feel like you get an evolution on something. With him, you get nothing. You get nothing. This uniform improves nothing of his issue. The only issue that is getting improved is that his old uniform has summons. His old uniform, second skill, summon this shit, and this shit was really annoying. The only thing that they did was removing the summons and letting the character being like that, you know, mid, having no use, giving him weird buffs, you know. This, I mean, replace, okay, why mutants all allies? Give this to all allies and give for mutant ally an all defense, an extra all defense buff. This could make me say, you know what, you can get this uniform and use it for this. But in this situation here, he's completely disgusting, guys. You can't do shit with him. He's completely useless. And after Doctor Doom, we're getting this. Devs, what the fuck? In my mind, I said that in my Discord, you know, feels like developers want us to drop the game, stop playing. They're pushing us out. So when they're gonna close the game, there are not gonna be a lot of customers, angry customers outside of headquarters or something like this. I mean, there's no other excuse for having so bad reworks. If there were a game mode telling you that, you know, if they serve this with a new game mode, that the new game mode needs you to use only mutants, or yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I can't find myself any reason for anyone to build this character. Perhaps level 80 he gonna be good for Jin and Kang, you know, and he has these tags, and perhaps, but yes, having a native tier 2 just get a rework, and we're talking about perhaps at tier 4 he's useful for World Boss Legend. It's disgusting. These characters, guys, should be multi-tools, like Jean Grey, you know. We took Jean Grey day 1, she was meta PvP. You know, we took Sentry day 1 PvP meta. You know, we want these characters to be clear. We took Gladiator. Gladiator was bad so many years, but Gladiator took a great rework. So it's really weird, and we're everyone in the community wondering what developers are thinking about the game and about the reworks. Yeah, let me know down below in the comments what's your opinion about devs and this disgusting rework. We're talking about one of the worst reworks ever, and yeah, X23 was hot garbage, but this is even worse. This is even worse. There is no reason for anyone to build this character or buy this uniform. Yeah, sorry for that whining and all this. Hope I'm happier next time. I want to smile, you know. You want to do videos because you enjoy it. If you do videos and feels like a struggle like now, it's kind of disgusting, you know. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments your opinion. Hope you enjoy my whining. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.